from Playmaster. Shear is the widest with Ruben.
What's going on, punters? Inside the Hub, we're back again, except due to the quarantine and the office being shut down.
We've got our metre apart here.
Yeah, Inside the Hub, not from Inside the Hub today. We've decided to come down to Moonee Valley, our local track here, to preview what is a very big weekend of racing, Sammy.
Beautiful day, beautiful weekend of racing.
Good day to be wearing a jumper, but it's a Betfair jumper.
Jumper.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the full game with us today. We're just two out here. But look, we're going to go through everything that's on the Hub this weekend.
Yeah.
And let's get started with the track behind us. The Group 1 William Reid this weekend. What have we got, Sammy? Let's start with the boys at Punting Form. What are they backing? Because I know they've bet up tonight.
They like Scales of Justice. And look, they've always had a bit of a soft spot. I shouldn't really say that, but they tend to go to Scales of Justice when he gets to the right price, these guys. So I think they're on each way on him tonight.
Yep.
Which makes sense. They see him sitting pretty close just behind Pippi there, and much the same as what he did here in the Group 1 earlier.
Yeah, I think they generally love Scales of Justice at this track. And
yep.
Let's look at the field a little bit here, Sammy. Obviously, we have some absolute superstars in this field.
Yeah,
no more than Bivouac, but Exceedance, Blood and Gabby, even Trash, if that's how you pronounce it properly, are all major threats in the race. But yes, they do have a high confidence bet on Scales of Justice, and they're betting around the $2.50-ish favourite in Bivouac.
Yeah, Biv, look, and I think it's a tricky one. If he runs to what he did the other day, like, he's going to be hard to beat, but he might get stuck to the inside, like that's happened to him here before. Accidents will probably go back again.
Yeah,
it's a real, I wouldn't say a risk, because it's out to the price now where maybe
it's a big price for something that's won the Coolmore Stud. But as we often see down here at Moonee Valley, things that make their own luck and go forward win, and that's kind of how Punting Form see this race at Scales of Justice. That will look to probably be the leader from barrier 3 there.
Well, he'll be close.
Maybe just behind Pippi.
Pippi will lead.
Pippi probably will cross the field, and then Bivouac stuck in that awkward position that we saw in the Manikato, where he might be trapped for fence and can't get out.
Maybe, yeah.
So we'll see. Obviously, Loving Gabby won that race, who will feature in this race.
Yep.
But yeah, that's where Punting Form have gone. Let's move on to Dan O, who's gone the complete opposite way. He actually loves Bivouac and just thinks that at his peak rating, if he can run anywhere near that, he's well and truly the best horse in the race. And we did see
nearly $3 Bivouac now. So.
Yeah, in the new market, it just blew the competition away.
Yep.
And most of these horses come from there. So yeah, Dano's got it on top and is betting 1.8% of his bank on Bivouac.
Just straight, nothing else in there?
Yeah, that's it.
Dano.
So we'll quickly touch on the rest of Dano's ratings if you want to go through this, Sammy. So Bivouac rated $2.30, Loving Gabby rated $5, Gear Trash is the third best at 12, Scales of Justice 14, and Exceeds at 15. So yeah, detailed race comments for all of those runners on the Betfair Hub if you want to check out
probably
more.
Get close to 9 Exceedance. Your Scales of Justice $12, Loving Gabby about $5.50. And I think, round 3 is Bivouac. So
obviously got a couple of head-to-heads as well on the Betfair exchange for tonight's meet. So Exceedance versus Loving Gabby is the first one.
Yep. And Gabby's got it slightly in that.
Slight favourite there.
Yeah, and this might just be where due to where they see them sitting.
Yeah, perfect.
A bit close to the pace, and so she gets the honours in that one. Look, I'd probably be more inclined just to back Exeter straight out than head-to-head that one, if I was going to back him. But yeah, Scales of Justice and Gear Trash is they're picking. So you got $1.90, $4.98. So yeah, pretty close in that. Scales of Justice could be a pretty good bet in that one.
Yeah, perfect. So we've got a Punting Form feature age report for the Sunline Stakes here tonight. If you want to check that out on the Hub. We'll carry on to Rosehill because some of you know it's the big one. It's the Slipper.
Big day.
One of the most talked about races. It's a shame that all these races that are going to take part on the weekend are going to be behind closed doors and probably can't get in there. But look, 5 Group 1s at Rosehill, which should look to be a massive day of racing.
It's a huge day. And look, it's one of my favourite days. I actually quite like betting at Rosehill. So
yeah, so we'll start off with the Betfair Insider actually. Who's the Betfair Insider going for? So I know he's dropped his preview for Rosehill. So who's he gone for?
He's with Tagala. I think he's not the only one. I think a few people are liking the way that the prep's going for Bustin Young's horse there. So yeah, look, he's jumped to Sydney and he's ran a pretty good run, I think, behind Barnum, where it looks as though, dare I say, that wasn't his grand final. So it looked like he they rode him quietly. He hit the line really hard.
Yeah, and just watching that race, I remember in the yard talking to the trainers there, they did touch on the fact that they did treat that run as kind of a prep and a lead up to this race. They didn't want him peaking there.
Yep.
And obviously Farnham's performance was quite impressive, but I think they definitely had to prepare Tagalolo for this trip after winning the Blue Diamond, so definitely room for improvement there.
Yeah, I think that, Inside's honourable mentions to the other two top ones in the market as well. So it's not the easiest race, but that's where he settled.
A small stake on Minhaj, if that's right.
Yeah. Look, there was an ultra impressive run down the straight. There has been talk of the figures weren't that great in that, but look, 5 lengths is 5 lengths. Like, I don't know, was she meant to win by 7 lengths before you get excited? And look, there's always the way of horses slowing down towards the line when they're that far ahead. So
I think it's definitely one that can improve. Obviously, these 2-year-olds, their performances can just fluctuate impressively. Look, the Betfair Insider is on Tagalolo, as is DNO. DNO has Tagalolo on top.
Yep.
So there's 2,000 words of previews there. Tagalolo on top for DNO.
And Honeyform have also got it.
Yeah, and I'm going back to that. Honeyform have gone for a Dutch bet, medium confidence between Tagalolo, Hanseatic and Farnham. So 3 big things in the race, but they're quite confident that as the plane goes into the Moonee race course. Sorry that one planes.
I didn't think anyone going out there.
Not too much, but yes, they're really narrowing in on the top 3 in the market there, Hanseatic and Farnham. Look, Hanseatic, I think, is unlucky not to win the Blue Diamond.
He was. It could happen again. Like I think he might get stuck back in the pack, and he might be last even if he drops too far back, and you'll have to circle him. So, look, he's very good. If things go his way, he could just shoot out, and he could be the winner. There's no doubt. Farnham, ultra impressive, but he's got to circle the field at the start and lead him up. Yeah,
I mean, Farnham was the favourite before the barrier draw, so I think that means that most people respect it, and the market definitely respected it as the best horse in the race. Obviously, barriers come into it. We'll quickly touch on Dame Giselle only because I like it, Sammy, and have backed it. I think it sets up really nicely here with Tim Park on board, who does ride favourites quite well. Obviously, gets the inside draw. I mean, its peak performances probably don't stack up that well as of late against the others, but as we touched on with 2-year-olds, Sammy, they can improve that.
Look, if you had reasons for backing a few in this, I wouldn't be strongly telling you away game's another one. There's plenty.
I mean, last start it ran on nicely from out wide where the track was pretty rails by. So look, we'll see how we go. Obviously, a massive race here and one that would draw the attention of most punters, but we've got a couple of other Group 1s to go through here. Let's jump to Rosehill Race 4, which is the Reid Stakes, Sammy. And another race with a bunch of big names like Avilius, got Very Elegant, and I don't know too much about the little import that's marked as the favourite, Adawai or however you sell it. But punting form have gone with the known commodity, and that is Very Elegant, and a medium confidence bet there.
It's a hard to go past her run, where obviously she did get pipped by Tiaka Shark, who just ran a freakish performance in that race. But look, she is one that sort of, when she'll run a good race, she can put a couple together. So in the smaller field, she doesn't need to be too far away from, and the other Kiwi mare, Dance in there, might need it a bit wet for the race. The import, look, I'm probably not going to make too many big moves in this one because I can't match up the form well enough to.
It's very hard to assess it. Coming over first start, the market's got it on top, so you have to kind of respect the SP profile there. But I mean, we've seen Avilius that's been running around for ages, a well-known commodity.
He's been going well too.
And if there's a bit of give in the track, we've seen Very Elegant can handle that kind of give in the track, which probably suits her. So
Avilius hasn't ridden a bad race. This is the thing. So when he shows up, it could be tomorrow.
So obviously a nice little Group 1 to get us started in race 4, which is very early for a horse like these kind of things going around. But
you've got that many good ones.
Let's move on to race 5, which is the George Ryder Stakes. Now,
usually the great mares race.
Exactly, Winks has won the last 4 years, so we'll see a different winner crowned here. And look, they've gone for the Shark again, have punting form. Medium confidence bet, and it's really hard to knock anything about Tiaka Shark's last performance, can you?
No, you can't knock it at all. I've heard Dano, he's tweeting out some pretty impressive figures on that run. Winks-like figures, he said. So look, it's not the biggest field. It doesn't really matter how far he's sort of going to be away from them, I don't think, if this field's sort of squished together. So if it strings out, then obviously they're going pretty quick, and it might work better for him. So
it'll have to round the field. But I mean, exactly right there. So it'll have to round the field and come from last, but it did it so well last time that there's no reason why it can't do it again. Well, the Betfair Insider is backing that too, but Betfair Insider's actually got a little stake on our head-to-head markets here.
Yep.
It's gone for Super Seth, yeah.
Over the Bostonian.
Yeah, that's it. Do you want to talk through that one, Sammy?
Yeah, look, the Bostonian, there's no knock on the Bostonian there, but I think it's just out to the 1500. I think on a sort of maybe lean closer to Super Seth, obviously the Guineas winner. He did have a setback this prep, which is a bit of a worry, but he'll probably love the 1500, and I see him sitting off Bostonian and take him maybe on the line.
It's really interesting because obviously the owners and the trainers scratch Super Seth from the All-Star Mile.
Yeah.
What type of health it's in here?
Yeah.
We're only 1 week
It's the
removed
worry.
from it, so I mean, if it wasn't good enough to go last week in a race of that
Yeah.
caliber, I wonder how ready it is to go here. So
It could be the case, and the Bostonian's obviously in good form after
Yep.
that last one.
So yeah, look, last punting form and the Insider aligned there on Tiakia Sharp,
Yep,
the
beautiful.
pride of New Zealand. Okay, so let's move on then. It's 2 down. Race 6, the Rosehill
We've got the
Guineas.
Guineas. Always a great race.
Again, a bunch of great horses in this. Castelvecchio, who I know that you love, Sammy. Shadow
Always
Hero,
love.
that is my favourite in this race.
It's always a matter
Warning.
of not if, but when we'll see the best of Castelvecchio. No, I don't know. Maybe
We saw a
this
pretty
is
good
it.
performance in the Cox Plate. I mean,
We
it ran second. It was a pretty good
Every
performance.
prep he'll run one, and even he even ran a pretty fast last prep race, I should say as well. So
Yeah, before we get into this race, I think it's worth noting that a lot of these horses did come out of that same race, but the likes of Warning and Castelvecchio are probably getting towards their distance that's more suited to them. Obviously,
course.
Shadow Hero won the
Yep.
Rammy Guineas over the 1600. This probably looks about its peak, if not the max distance for it, where the likes of Castelvecchio and Warning probably this is their preferred distance. If not, they can take more.
yeah, Shadow Hero got the better of Castelvecchio. I think it was 2,000 metres last prep before the Cox Plate.
Yeah. On the wet track, yeah.
Yeah, on the wet track.
Yep.
So, it could happen again. The further you go into a prep, though, I see Castelvecchio getting closer.
Yeah,
and closer.
I definitely agree. But just on that head-to-head, like Shadow Hero's beaten Castelvecchio head-to-head every start.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you have to respect the SDP profile there. But let's get into who punting form want, and they do want Shadow Hero, a medium confidence bet there.
Yep.
And they have touched on the fact that 2,000 is probably peak, if not ideal distance for it.
Yep.
Probably can improve again. I was really impressed with his last start performance.
Yeah.
Just busting through the middle late there.
It's very good. There's no doubt. Yeah, it's a quality race. The Guineas is always a quality race, and with them looking to go to the Derby. So, yeah, I'll stick with Castelvecchio to turn up at some stage. I don't know.
I didn't expect that. No, I knew you were going to go there.
It might not be this one. I definitely think he'll win the Derby, but anyway. We'll see.
Perfect. So that's the Rosehill Guineas, and we'll just quickly brush through race 8, which is the Galaxy. So
the sprint, yeah.
the sprint race, and look, they've gone again with another short price thing here, punting form, and look, you can't knock the quality of Pierrata.
Yep.
Comes in with its benchmark performance well and truly above anything else in this field.
Yes.
Yeah, its PB from the last 2 years is 17.5 lengths better than the all-average benchmark on punting form, which does stack up quite well against a lot of this field. But I mean, look, it is a big sprint race, a very big sprint race.
Yep.
And first off, up for Pierrata, anything can happen.
Yeah. Look, and he'll be back, and he'll come at some stage in the race. Savatiano, go forward.
Yep.
Obviously, it was a good run, but Bostonian just got the jump, got the last crack at him last time, sat off him, and got him in the last race. So.
And then another interesting one for me here, Sonny, is Kementari returning. Obviously, he was retired for the start.
Yeah.
They had a little problem there. So Kementari.
I'm not sure what, there's a few blanks, but
so he's back. It'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Trialled really well too, actually.
Yeah, in 18 months. He was a bit of an enigma when he was running out here.
So you've got to sort of take that into account after he hasn't had a run for a while, but he certainly had plenty of ability on his day.
One of the most beaten Group 1 favourites, I think. Something like that. Jumped his favourite in the most Group 1s beaten. So yeah, a bit of an enigma. So one to watch.
Yep.
Yeah, that pretty much. So yeah, just to wrap up, a medium
racing.
confidence bet on Pierrata for punting form there in the Galaxy. So that pretty much wraps up the racing, Sammy.
You watched footy last night?
I did watch the footy last night, and it was tough to watch, wasn't it?
It was tough. Even as a Richmond fan, I didn't overly enjoy it. Like, I enjoyed the first 6 goals, but
it was eerie to watch. It
was weird. It was very weird. It felt like I was watching a trial match, to be fair. I don't know. It was a strange feeling. So
it's a tough one, but look, we move on. Our AFL analyst got beaten right at the death last night with those late kind of Richmond goals. He was on the Carlton Plus. I think it was plus 21, and Richmond ended up winning by 23 or so. So
I think you see Daniel Rioli with
taking
on a couple of plotters.
straight past Wiedering and Sam Dockett in his first game back for 2 years. But yeah, we move on. So our AFL analysts have gone for both West and Australian teams this week at the line. First one is West Coast minus 19.5 against Melbourne. So
Yep.
I think me and you both align on this.
Where's that one?
That is out west.
Oh,
So
okay.
West Coast very dominant at home.
Yeah.
And I think for most people, probably look to be the biggest threat to Richmond to kind of win the flag.
Oh,
so,
of course, yeah. They've got a pretty good start to the
I
year
think the
too.
change from 22 games to 17 games really suits them.
Yep.
They had a tough job prior. And the other one they've gone for is Fremantle, plus 15.5 against a very banged up Essendon side, who I think have got to be one of the biggest lays of 2020. Which is my first. I'm happy to lay Essendon every year, and again happy to lay them here. So
Yep.
yeah, nice little stake for Fremantle. They're 14-8 against the line at Etihad Stadium in their last 18 seasons. So look, there's been a lot of talk about WA teams travelling, but yeah, Fremantle against the line itself travel quite well.
Yep. No.
Perfect. We'll wrap up there, guys. Just quickly, Sammy, where's Selsamore running this weekend?
He's in Mornington, so good luck to everyone else in here.
What race is that?
I think he's race 5, so he's in it pretty well. I think he's around $5.
Yeah, done very well for you. So good luck there on the weekend, Sammy,
Yep.
and good luck to everyone that's playing at home over the weekend. I hope you help find a few winners.